Hi everyone, I'm Rhonda. Today I just want to share something that I made. It was super simple to make using just a piece of junk mail, a flyer that came in the mail, and I folded it up into a TriFold and just added coffee dyed paper and digitals and then just embellished it. So I'm showing you the little details here where I made the little beaded, just little dangle from the spine there. Added a tassel, added a little cross, and one of my stamped images there, a little piece of lace. And for the tie, I just used a piece of scrap fabric that I just wrapped around and put together there with a rhinestone little, it's actually just one of those that you just slide your fabric through. I also added some seam binding ribbon and made a ruffle, a double layered ruffle to go on the inside, and I'll show you more of that in just a second. So it just kind of pulls apart. I have it tied kind of in a loose knot. I just wrapped it around there. So I love this image of this little girl, and I'm using some Patriotic kits from Sweet Pea Curiosities. This is just one of the many that comes in her kit, and I'll have all that linked down below. But it's a very vintage sepia toned kit with the flags, and it's just very sweet. I have a little hidden pocket there behind the little girl where I added another image. And as you open it up, you can see the ruffle there, the double layered ruffle with the red and the blue fabric. And I also coffee dyed those just to kind of subdue them a little bit, especially the red. And I also added a little pin that is a flag. And then here's a smaller image. There's small and large images in her kit. And then I also had one of her burlap flag kits that was really rustic, and I just accented with it there. So here's another little image of a little boy, and he reminds me so much of my dad. Pictures of my dad when he was little. And in there, I just wrapped some more of that rag strip ribbon around some more of those small little images and tied them together with a little rusty safety pin. So all those can be used in this journal however you wish. Lots of cute images there that can be used. So there's side pockets that can be used to add little tuck spots and to hide things in, just tuck little things there. And I just love that ruffle. I think it turned out so pretty and added just a little bit of a accent there on the outside, just added some color. So I like that it's all layered, the red, white, and blue. And then as you open it there, I left this spot blank for journaling or just to add any personal touches there. And then inside I have coffee dyed pages that I lace dyed, so there you can see it. And I literally just folded them in half. That's how big this journal is. So it's a very tall, slender journal. And some of the pages are just plain coffee dyed, some are lace patterned, and some are lined paper, just kind of a good mixture there. And so every one of them's blank, just to add your own personal touch. That one was even kind of wrinkled, but I kind of liked that for the vintage look, so I just left it. And there's the center. So the rest of it is just the other side of all those pages. And then behind there, I put another picture there, put some more of that seam binding ribbon, and then it also is a little secret tuck spot. So here I have some star embossed coffee dyed paper there with an old rusty safety pin. And then I have a couple of journaling cards there too. And there you can see the pattern on that coffee dyed paper. So there's 2 of those burlap flag cards there. And then also behind there, I have a coffee dot envelope, and I had a Patriotic stamp kit. So I just stamped those out and distressed them, cut them out and distressed them. And so you have lots of little quotes and sayings there that just go right along with the patriotic theme. And then once I get past these, the little girl in the back is from the Hymn Girls collection. I'm not sure that you can get these anymore, but they're really cute. So if you ever find them like on eBay or whatever, they're fun to use, and they just have a really unique look about them. Those just tuck all back behind there in that little tuck spot. Here I'm just going to show you how big it was. It was actually 11 inches tall by 4.5 wide. So really good size. And there's those little dangles again. And I used some clear faceted beads and some little red stars that are glittered, and then some other little red faceted beads there. So I actually forgot to put anything in the back, but there's a back little pocket there, a tuck spot that these 2 are in. And also I forgot about a little hidden pocket in the very back between the layers. And so I made this little tag, tall slender tag, that goes in there. So lots of little tuck spots. And I'll show you how I tied it back up. There you can see that little rhinestone. I don't know what you call this, but I think it's like for a scarf or something. But the fabric just runs right through a little slot there, which makes it really easy to add it to the rag strip. And then it adds just such a pretty little accent there. So there you have the journal, the little TriFold. So I just wanted to show you really quick how I put this together. So I had several pieces of coffee dyed paper, and I had this big flyer envelope, you know, all the advertisements you get. I actually have had this sitting in my stash forever, just like this, already folded up and ready to glue. So I finally got to use it, but I just folded up coffee dyed paper and shaped it around that TriFold shape that I had made with that piece of junk mail. Here I'm just opening it up and showing you how I folded it around there, and I'm going to go ahead and start gluing it. And I added the little fold on the edges just to kind of seal all those little edges where it folds around there. I didn't want anything open or bare. So I just folded those little edges just to give it a very nice sealed look, and just glued it all together. So it takes a few minutes to get it all put together, but it's definitely a lot sturdier and gives you a really nice TriFold. And here you can see what I'm talking about as far as folding those edges over. It just gives you a really nice little finished look there. So once that's glued down, everything will be covered really well. And so I just kind of go through and pull things apart gently and do little by little until I get the whole thing glued back together. And you mainly just want to seal all of those. Make sure you get plenty of glue around the edges so that everything will stay together very well. And I love how this coffee dyed paper turned out. It's one of those that turned out really grungy, and I just love it. This paper was perfect for this project. I had started this project on the 4th of July. Just felt like crafting and sat down and started putting things together. I've just now been able to get it finished. So some of it I had to kind of figure out like a puzzle. But I just wanted to make sure everything was good and put together and covered, and then also just be very strategic about how I glued it together in order to leave me some tuck spots. So this one I had folded the other way, or it actually had folded up the opposite because of how I put it together in that crease. So I'm just going to flip that and fold it the other way so that then it can be a little tuck spot. And I kind of like to fold the edges on anything that you're going to make into a pocket because it just makes it sturdier and keeps it from tearing as easy. And then a lot of times I'll still go back and put lace on those edges too, just to kind of sturdy them up a little better. So I'm nearly done. There you can see where it made a back pocket. And you just want to kind of make sure everything's lined up really good as you glue. As long as everything is covered good and you kind of get your lines straight as you fold and glue, then you should be good. I just think these papers are the perfect backdrop for those vintage sepia tone pictures. Just kind of kept this project really simple to showcase those pictures and the red, white, and blue. And see, my paper got a little crooked there, but as long as the piece that folds over it is straight, then it just kind of pulls it all together and you'll never know that's crooked under there. And you can always go back and trim your edges a little bit if you have to, if any edges get off to where they look crooked. So there you can see how it's all coming together. And then I go back and just crease those folds again once I have my paper glued down, and just make sure that it all lines up and is straight. So there you go, there's your base. Super simple. So now I'm just going to cut that picture that I want to use for the front. And when I saw how big these printed out, I knew exactly what I wanted to use it for. I was reminded of this folio when I printed those out, and I knew they would be perfect on there. And then I want to make a little pocket out of this, so I'm just trying to make sure I place it right on there. And so now on the inside, I want to use this other sweet little girl, and that fits perfect there. So now I'm just going to get it ready. And I decided to glue this one all the way down since it's attached to a pocket. So there you have the base, and from there I just added my pages and embellished it and just added the ephemera. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed seeing how I use my junk mail, and I hope you'll try it. Y'all just know how much I appreciate you, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. God bless.